Every time you open a file, search a database, or boot up an application, your requests are translated into mechanical motion. Inside a traditional hard drive, metallic platters spin up to extreme velocities, housing the precise blocks of data the operating system needs to retrieve. To actually read that spinning data, an actuator arm swings across the disk. Because this read-write head relies on physical movement rather than purely electrical signals, it introduces a significant mechanical latency that electronic components simply cannot bypass. The delay caused by the arm traveling from one track to another is known as seek time. Every millimeter of travel costs milliseconds of processing speed. Since we cannot eliminate the physical hardware itself, operating systems rely on mathematical scheduling algorithms to map out a more efficient path for that arm to follow. This number line represents a hard drive from cylinder 0 to 199. Currently, the head rests at 53. Waiting is a queue of requests, scattered at cylinders 98, 183, 37, 122, 14, 124, 65, and 67. To process these requests, the system uses the shortest seek time first, or SSTF algorithm. The logic is consistent. From wherever the head currently sits, it will select the request with the minimum absolute distance. SSTF belongs to a class known as greedy algorithms. It is designed to evaluate only the current state, committing to the shortest path immediately available at every individual step. This split panel view maps out the CPU's initial evaluation. Starting from position 53, the system checks the nearest neighbors. Moving to 65 costs a distance of 12, while moving the other direction to 37 costs 16. Since 12 is the smaller value, the algorithm makes the jump to 65. From our new position at 65, the nearest target is 67. That is a distance of just 2 cylinders, which we add to our running tally. Now, the closest higher numbers are further away, so the head reverses direction. It sweeps across the disk to cylinder 37, adding a distance of 30. By following this rule of proximity, the algorithm groups and clears local clusters of data, minimizing mechanical effort in the short term before committing to longer traversals. Continuing the trace, the nearest node from 37 is further down the line at 14. We slide the head to the left and add the distance of 23 to our total. With the head now at position 14, the remaining unserviced requests are clustered entirely on the opposite side of the disk. To reach the next target at 98, the head must cross a gap of 84 cylinders. Even with this high cost, it remains the strictly shortest available path from our current position. Because greedy algorithms don't look ahead to subsequent steps, this long jump is a necessary result of making the most efficient choice at position 14. Once that gap is crossed, the algorithm clears the final targets. The head moves sequentially from 98 to 122, takes a step to 124, and finally reaches the disk edge at 183. Looking at the completed path, we can sum the individual jumps. Adding these absolute values gives us a total head movement of 236 cylinders. To find the average seek time, we take that total movement of 236 and divide it by the 8 requests we serviced, resulting in an average of 29.5 cylinders per request. Performing this derivation step by step reveals how a simple local rule translates into a predictable mechanical path across the disk. To see if 236 cylinders is actually efficient, we need a baseline for comparison. This split screen contrasts our result against a first-come, first-served approach. If the system executes the queue chronologically, the head sweeps back and forth erratically, totaling 640 cylinders of movement. By prioritizing spatial proximity over the order in which requests arrived, SSTF reduces the mechanical workload by more than half. This reliance on immediate proximity creates a specific vulnerability in how the system handles new data. Imagine the head at position 50. One target waits at 190. If new requests keep arriving at 48, 49, 51, and 52, the queue never empties. The head remains trapped in this local cluster, serving closer requests. Target 190 is delayed indefinitely. This is the core trade-off. In exchange for local speed, the system risks starvation, where specific requests are deferred as long as closer options exist. While SSTF outperforms a naive chronological approach, the possibility of starvation means modern operating systems often turn to advanced algorithms, like SCAN, to balance efficiency with fairness.